played for Joe Paterno.
Meeting like the myth, the legend kind of thing. You know what I mean? You have your Joe Paternos, your Bobby Bowdens, your Nick Sabans, Les Miles, those kind of guys. And when you see them in person, like, man, it's just like an aura that they have.
But runs down the floor, and then I think he either got a dunk or like an and one coming off maybe like a pick and roll or something. But it was awesome to see like how he's really maturing and completing as a player.
Obviously doesn't have the accolades that Tom Brady does, but we're pretty much getting a Tom Brady, when he went to the Bucs. That's what's happening. We're getting a guy who's at the end of his career.
Attitude with ever. I mean, dude, we thought Big Ben was a diva. There is no one probably in this NFL world that you can think of that would probably match what Aaron Rodgers brings when it comes to being a diva.
You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
Sorry, I'm muted. Welcome back, everybody. Mark Lesko Podcast, daily show. Just me. Going to talk some different stories, including the Penn State whiteout, a couple other things, but I'll be joined by Brett tomorrow for our weekly show on Penn State football and college football. You viewers, I kind of have a request / I don't know what the word is, but I would just, request from you guys on YouTube. So pretty much at this point, we're almost at 600 subscribers. And basically the watch hours need to go up. I'm around 1,000 right now. They need to be around 3,000. I would have been there by now, but my previous co-host, the stuff that I had with him, I no longer have that on the channel for some reasons. Pretty much just because it was with my previous co-host, and now I'm with a new co-host. Otherwise, I would already be there by now. But I'm just asking that you guys, keep watching the show, share it with your friends, family, whoever. Subscribe, like it, turn on the notification bell. We are on YouTube, Twitch. We're live on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube right now. It's on Spotify, Apple Pod, but mainly on YouTube. I have the subscriber count. I just need the watch hours count to get to that point, because once that happens, I can have memberships. I can be monetized. I can have a store on the YouTube channel. So, just please keep, sharing it around. I appreciate your viewership, but almost at 600, started at 0. So I'm really happy about that. It's a lot of fun. I like it. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And I will be streaming gaming live at some point. I got to have my brother, the tech wizard, help me set it up. And, once that's done, then I'll be streaming live while I'm playing golf or Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, whatever. Probably just do golf, since I don't know if certain platforms allow the violence of GTA and COD and stuff like that. But I play a lot of PGA 2K25, a lot of fun. So that's something that I'll be doing soon. But yeah, please keep supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I've had some people, more than one, ask how they can support the channel, which I greatly appreciate. The fact that someone's saying that is pretty cool. I would never think that someone, when someone says that to you in person, it's kind of, it's kind of surprising to me. that someone would want to do that. But it's greatly appreciated. You know, I do this because I like it. And really the best way to support this channel right now is just to go to Rumble. You can tip on there. You really can't do that on YouTube yet, unfortunately. But once I get my viewership hours up, I will be able to. And I'm also getting clothing made and some other merch. Eventually, I will have a store. And, you know, starting out may have to go a little bit on the cheaper end in terms of the brand and stuff like that. But nonetheless, going to have some merch. And, you know, it's kind of a live and learn process here. But probably have it made locally. And eventually, I want to be able to I'm going to give merch to like family and friends right now. And everyone I've interviewed on here, I'm going to give some to. And then if you guys ever want to purchase it, hopefully we'll have a store set up and you guys can do that. So, but I'm one of my passions is good clothing, good merch. And I want to provide that to you guys. So Illicit, again, you won the 500 subscriber giveaway. You'll probably be back during the season, but you won the 500 subscriber giveaway. So you'll have to contact me via Instagram or email, whatever. And I'll get that to you. Just get your address and send it to you. So it's going to be confidential. I'll be the only one that knows about it, knows your address, and I'll send it to you. So when you see one of our messages about that, let us know. So you'll be getting that when you're done, and then we'll be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway eventually. So you guys keep commenting, and you know, we'll get that out to you. The 1,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be bigger than the 500 subscriber giveaway, but Illicit's going to get some good stuff, and then the 1,000 subscriber giveaway will be much bigger. On and on we go. So the whiteout is officially, just to jump right in here, the whiteout is officially, is it September 27th? At night, 7:30 p.m., Oregon, which is huge. Brett's excited. By the way, yesterday was Brett's birthday, so say happy birthday to Brett. My brother from another mother and my co-host. Just turned 34. So give him a birthday shout out. If you see him in public or whatever, give him a shout out. Surprisingly, again, I think it's kind of funny, but I sometimes I'll be in public and people will say, "Hey, I watch your podcast." It's kind of funny. The other day I was talking to someone. I forget what the context was, but I said, what were they? We just started. I can't remember what it was, but I said, my name's Mark. They're like, yeah, I know who you are, man. I'll watch your podcast. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I was totally shocked. There was a guy on TikTok the other day. I was watching his TikTok live. And he goes, yeah, man, like, I watch your TikToks. Like, you do a good job. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Just a random guy. Had no idea. Didn't even know who he was till I came across his live. So it's cool. It's cool. But, yeah, so the 2025 whiteout will take place on September 27th against Oregon. The game will kick off at 7:30 on NBC, which is Todd Blackledge and Noah Eagle, hopefully still. Noah Eagle is the son of Ian Eagle. For years and years, when I'm watching NFL, CBS Sunday, they'd say, we're going over to Ian Eagle. I didn't know that was his name. I thought it's spelled I-A-N, but it's Ian, not Ian. So every time they said Ian Eagle, I was like, I didn't even know it was the name. I thought it was like a slang or something, like, because I didn't know that was his name. That's such a unique name. So Noah Eagle is his son, and he's with Todd Blackledge. Todd Blackledge, Penn State guy. I like him a lot because he's from Penn State, first of all, but he's not biased, man. In fact, he's usually biased against Penn State, which I like because sometimes they deserve it. So, Him and Inique will be calling a game, prime time, 7:30, September 27th. That might make that my birthday weekend. My birthday is the 19th. So there's usually a good game my birthday weekend. Perks of being born in September. I was born the day of a game. I was born in State College the day they played Eastern Michigan, 1992. They beat them 53-7, I think was the score. So I was literally born the day of a game. Can't make it up. That's another reason why I love Penn State football. But this is big news. Finally, a good matchup. Oregon should be a good matchup. And it's a prime time slot. Good network. I mean, all the night games are NBC now, but we've had like Minnesota at night. We've had whiteout noon games. We've had whiteout 3:30 games against like Illinois, I think, was the whiteout last year. I mean, I don't even remember because it wasn't. Who was the whiteout last year? Was it Illinois? Can't remember. But this time, Oregon, I think will beat them. But, they lost their quarterback. That's a big thing. I was talking to someone yesterday about that. That's an opponent that we should have a good shot at beating. Like Ohio State, they lost a lot of guys. So hopefully it's a good game, a W. And, again, back in the national spotlight is our whiteout game. There should be a law within the confines of college football that, the whiteout should be at night, prime time, no matter with a prime time opponent. Just change the time. NBC would be happy to do that. But I think they bid on these games. I don't know if they bid week to week. I think they bid week to week, but they bid on these games. So they definitely did that here with this. They bid on this game, and NBC won, or I don't know how it works, but thank God it's not on at noon. Like Ohio State, Penn State next year. I think that's a night game, but I could be wrong. I don't remember, but like if that's at noon, it sucks. It sucks when these great matchups are on at noon. Fox has ruined that. I like Fox. I like Joel Klatt. I hate Gus Johnson. I shouldn't say I hate him. I just really dislike him. He's very biased for Ohio State, and he's unbiased. And he's unbiased for Ohio. He's biased for Ohio State, and everyone else really doesn't care. He doesn't like Penn State. He said we don't have any phone service in State College, which makes no sense whatsoever. But that's Gus Johnson for you. But yeah, it's cool to see this. It's cool to see that we have a primetime game. Brett and I will talk more about that tomorrow, a primetime whiteout. And, Dan Lanning, good coach, in my opinion, one of the best recruiters in college football. And he's going to be coming into Happy Valley at night for the whiteout. It's going to be loud. It's going to be absolutely insane. So it's good to see. It's good to see. It's almost June. College football will be here very quickly, quicker than you think. And, we'll continue to cover Penn State football even in the dead of dead, which is usually July. That's the absolute dead period where I think the coaches can't even be involved. So there's the dead of dead period, and that's when Brett and I will get into position breakdowns. We'll rate each position breakdown, do our all-time greatest guy at each position, all-time worst guy, least favorite guy at each position. We'll do stuff like that. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. And it's Dylan Gabriel's now with the Browns. They got Shadur Sanders. It sounds like Pickett is the leading guy right now for that quarterback room in Cleveland. So he's not with Oregon anymore. Kind of wish he was, but he gave us a run for our money last year, obviously. But you guys put your thoughts below. whatever platform you're listening on. Let me know what you think. It's it's good. It's a good. We kind of got a little lucky with this. Again, primetime, Oregon, whiteout, NBC, good commentators. So it's going to be fun. I'd rather watch a game on TV pretty much no matter what. I think it's just better that way. Sometimes, I've been to games, Penn State games, and I've seen those guys with those headsets on. They got the antenna. They're listening to the radio during the game. So that's like some commentary for you right there. But I just rather watch it at home. Controlled climate, commentary. I think it's just better at home. But obviously that game will be totally sold out. And I know Ohio State somehow thinks that they have higher attendance than us. I don't know how they think that, but they said because they had like 8 home games last year plus the playoff game that they had higher attendance than us, even though our stadium's like 5,000 seats higher and we always sell out. And, we had a home playoff game too, and that was sold out in a bigger stadium. So I don't know how they think that, but it's Ohio State fans. Not all Ohio State fans are bad. A lot of the ones that I talk to via social media are awful and have very few brain cells, but I've never talked to a Ohio State fan in person that was mean or nothing but nice people. Penn State fans, most of them are diehard. They know their team. They know the history. There's a lot of, I think, bandwagon fans come out of the woodworks. Ohio State fans, like I said, most delusional fan base in sports. A lot of them, I don't think, appreciate what they have. Therefore, that's why I call them delusional. They live in fairy tale land. They think they're the greatest, and they just don't know how lucky they are to have the program that they are. They're not true fans. A lot of them are not true fans. You could tell by the comments they make. They're not true fans at all. One of them yesterday said that Texas sucks. The Texas is not going to beat Ohio State in the first game, and they shouldn't be number one, this and that. Had no facts or stats to back up his claim, but that's what he said. So I hope that game is at night. Also, probably be NBC. I don't know what that would be at Ohio State, a blackout maybe, or I'm not sure what they do. But again, that's another game that we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But whiteout, excited, happy about that. I'm going to get into some other different stories here for the football side of things. The game is coming out soon. The trailer dropped. It's pretty awesome. But I'm going to get into some sad news, which is Julian Fleming. So he was involved in a fatal ATV accident. Not him, but his girlfriend. He was injured, seriously injured. And he was driving a 2024 Yamaha ATV northbound on Palmer Lick Lane when a deer suddenly jumped onto the road, causing a collision. The crash resulted in the death of his passenger, 23-year-old Alyssa Boyd, who sources say was his girlfriend. Neither Fleming nor Boyd was wearing safety equipment. I think that should say were. Neither Fleming nor Boyd were wearing safety equipment at the time of the accident. Fleming was transported to Guthrie Troy Community Hospital with suspected serious injuries and has since been released. Boyd was pronounced dead at the scene due to extensive injuries. A dead deer was found on the site, consistent with damage to the ATV. I generally stay off of ATVs in general. They're dangerous. I had a friend when I was 15, same age as me, 15 or 14, passed away on a motorcycle, killed him. And ever since then, pretty much never been on an ATV, never really want to be on an ATV. They're dangerous, especially when you're not wearing safety equipment. No judgment towards these two individuals, but you should be wearing safety equipment. Not saying it would have really made a difference in this case. I don't know, but you should at least be wearing safety equipment if you're on an ATV, and especially if you're going at high speeds. I don't know if he was going at high speeds, but he must have been. But nonetheless, devastating for Alyssa Boyd and her family. That's terrible news. And Julian Fleming, I believe, is not on a roster right now. I think he was undrafted. You know, he went undrafted and then he's on a roster. I don't think he stayed. I don't think he passed his physical. Probably has some injuries and stuff like that. But this is awful news. And you know, life can come at you fast, and yeah, I mean, you never know. So prayers to Julian Fleming and Alyssa Boyd's family. Alyssa Boyd, I did know who she was. And yeah. So prayers go out to them. And overall, all around, it's devastating. I mean, his life will never be the same. His girlfriend passed away. And yeah, it's just, you never know what can happen. So again, prayers to those guys. Onto something a little more, a little better. A little better of a story here. James Franklin in the dugout, Clark Lee in the stands. James Franklin was in the dugout of a Vanderbilt baseball game. I guess the head coach was in the stands because he was fired, maybe. I don't know. But some people were upset that Franklin was at a Vanderbilt game. That's his old school, man. He was a great coach there. Made them into a legit program. I think he even got like the number 1 D tackle in one of his classes when he was there, because he's a best recruiter in the country. What will Ohio State's record be this year? I'd put the Go Blue GIF. 9-3. People went after Brett, of course. Brett went after them. Brett always buries him like I do. I taught him well. Well, I didn't have to teach him that, but, it comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory when you're on my show that you're going to be burying people left and right in the comments. His mechanics are different, apparently, from what I've seen. Someone who played quarterback, it doesn't look like his elbow really gets above his ear, which it should. I mean, guys throw a little differently nowadays, but yeah, his mechanics have gotten better. They've improved and gotten better, apparently. So that's what I've seen. Kind of has the Pat Mahomes throw, but yeah, you just don't see his elbow getting above his ear, which quarterback 101, that should be, but for whatever reason they don't do that, so I don't know. But yeah, he's looking good, Drew. So, I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day. Devontae Ross is number 4 in the Big Ten wide receiver rankings. He just got here, so that's cool. Indiana, they have a good receiver core last year. I don't know what it looks like this year, but they had a good season last year. Jeremiah Smith, obviously, he's going to be number 1. Him and Ryan Williams are the best in the country. Speaking of those guys, they're on the front cover of EA College Football, which is awesome. I buy it online now. So, like, the whole cover thing, I don't really understand like, when are you really looking at the cover? When you're just picking it? You know what I mean? Like, you're not really looking at the cover that much. It's not like old school where you go and buy the game. And you're like, oh, man, like, I got it. Used to go at midnight and get it at Walmart. Sometimes they'd have players there signing it. I was like, phew. My poor parents, they would take us there at midnight on a work night, and just so we could buy the game at midnight and play it. I'd play it all night. The one year we went, I remember Derek Williams was there. I don't think I had him sign it, but yeah, they'd have those guys at Walmart at midnight when it would release, and oh yeah, it was always a big thing. Loved it, but still love it. Play NCAA 08 on PS2. Working on getting NCAA 09 on PS2 to play that. So besides the graphics, the older games are the best. But yeah, those are the covers. I'm going to play the trailer here. Yep, there it is. No, hold on. Brett sent it to me on YouTube. I'll find it. There it is. All right.
There's something in the air.
What is my YouTube doing right now? Sorry, hold on. What the heck? That has never happened before. Let me change the window, I guess. But this is the trailer for NCAA 26, which is pretty nice. There's one part about it that I absolutely hate, but you guys will know that when you see it. There we go. That worked. All right.
There's something in the air. From Friday nights to Saturday nights. Chapel Hill to Pasadena. It crackles down our spines. Tradition, tension, roars that remind our rivals they're not in Kansas anymore. It's electric. It shocks our nerves and ignites a place where the ground shakes. But our pride doesn't. Where our coach, scheme, playbook, and character are unlike any other. There's something in the air. It builds us up, breaks them down, and gives the stadium a pulse. Built on pride.
Yeah, that's the part I hate. Got coaches in the game. They got assistant coaches, which is awesome. They got the head coaches and the OC and DC. So Kotelnicki and Jim Knowles will both be in it. I hope they kind of show them in the booth and stuff. That would make it more realistic. But yeah, Brett said that the one guy who's played it's commented that it makes college football 25 unplayable. There's dynamic lighting, which is like if you have a 3:30 game, the sky gets darker as the game goes on. I thought that was already a thing, but I guess not. They got head coaches, assistant coaches. It's the better graphics, better gameplay. It's just better. So that's awesome. What a time we live in, man, where this game is back. It's a beautiful time to be alive, for sure. So that's pretty much all I have for today, guys. Brett's going to be on again tomorrow, like I said. Wish him a happy birthday. Oh, the week 1 game. Nittany Lions will be kicking off against the Wolfpack 3:30 p.m. on CBS. That is the first game, Nevada. So that's cool. 3:30 CBS primetime matchup. They should be because Penn State's damn near number 1. So they should have like a primetime opener like that. That's awesome. So it's good to see. But again, football season will be here sooner than you think, guys. And, just be patient, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll be there soon. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. Put your comments below. Let me know what you think about the whiteout, about the game. Whatever's on your mind, let me know in the comments. We will see you guys again soon. Have a great weekend.